Hi guys, welcome. Um, so the new conquest has started, and so far this is the end of day one, and this is how far I managed to get. Um, I started with 315 energy, and the reason I managed to get that high up because once you get to the max energy, which is 144, you can do a refresh that will put you up around 260-ish something. Then you need to burn some of your energy just to be under the threshold of 200, because above 200 you won't be able to refresh again. So I went down to around 197, and then I did another refresh just before the last conquest has ended, and yeah, I managed to get my energy up to around 317-ish, something like that. So, Sector 1. This was actually not that bad. If you're looking at all the feats, like again has Steal up 40 times, defeat 15 enemies with the Old Republic. Also attempt to inflict potency down 40 times, and then win 20 battles without losing any unit. So the way I set up my board was actually, hang on, let me just move over. So yeah, Sector 1. The reason I put the full Sith Empire team here is because you need to start working towards the global feats as well, which is you need to win 40 times with the full Sith Empire team. And also, you need to kill, hang on, 100 enemies with DR+Malak and Revan. So that's a good team to start in Sector 1, in my opinion. So I did a couple of battles with them, and then after that, for the potency down, I used two different teams. One of them is Luke, because with the coins you can always call GMY, and on his basic you can apply potency down. So you can really drag on the fight to get sometimes even 10 plus potency down in just one battle. And these are just like, the reason I did this is just berries that for survivability, like just in case you get hit, because in Sector 1 you don't really have that many discs. Jolie is good for revive, and also his middle can call to assist if his coin is down, and the same thing with Hoda. If you put the middle, the master, the training on GMY, he will call him to assist, and again that's only when his coin is down. Now also you need to get 50 kills with Old Republic units. Now you can do two different things, like obviously not all of you going to have like a full relic Old Republic team, but most of you have JKR, Jolie, Basti, so that's a good second team with Mission and Zalbar. But I just wanted to test this out because at the end of the day, you need to have 40 kills for the global feats with the full Old Republic feat. And in Sector 1, the teams are usually weaker, so you can get away with it. Now, moving on to the other potency down feat, and also for the health steal up. Now the reason I use this team is because I can put the DPS tech, weapon tech to Lord Vader, Darth Vader, and that will start the Terminator train, and then Palpatine's second special will give health steal up, for all his allies, so you'll get 5. If you are lucky and you can stall it out, you can actually get 10 in one battle. Now, the only reason I'm using Wattenborg is to give tank tag to either Royal Guard or Nine Sister. It doesn't really matter, but Nine Sister's second special is an AoE and potency down. So that will give you 5 whenever he uses his AoE. Now, unfortunately, it's on a cooldown of 4, but it's sort of like a 2-in-1. Like you can work towards your half steal and also for the potency down. Like I can use this team like 3 times. I can also use the GML team 3 times as well. So yeah, you'll get plenty of bonuses. I moved ahead of myself, but yeah, this Lord Vader team, that's what I used for the Sector 1 boss, and I actually managed to one-shot it like immediately. And my Night Sister Initiate is she's only at gear 8. Now the boss over there is like a single guy and 2 droids aside. Only the boss can do AoE. Once you take care of him, then the 2 side droids will only do single target damage, and they will spread the damage between Royal Guard and Zalbar. So you don't really have to worry about these 2 to stay alive, and also just in case Talia's second is a heal. So because the boss will use his AoE first, which will get Night Sister Initiate down to red health. So you might have to do it a couple of times. It depends. I might have got lucky there. And also this is my other team. Once you finish with the potency down, this might be for day 2. Like you can use the coin to JKR and Basti to kill as many enemies as possible, because obviously you need to kill 50. And as for global feats, obviously I already talked about this Darth Vader team, so that's good. You'll get like, you can start working towards 2 different global feats. This is my Old Republic team. Now it's not, I would say most of the time I lose card because he's so squishy. So I'm not going to worry about the Old Republic global feat, because my strategy is just to work towards like I try to finish the whole conquest as soon as possible. In an ideal world, in about 4 or 5 days. And once I finish, I'm going to go back to start working on the feats. Because the reason I do this is because I can get a lot of discs. So once I finish and I have the right disc set up, then with that it's much easier to finish the feats. Now I know different players like to do it, like take their time and do it slowly and make sure that they max out every single sector before they move on to the next one. I mean, that's fine, we are all different, so I can see that working as well. But ever since Conquest started, I always follow this strategy, and usually by the end of the first week I'd say I completed around 70% of the entire feats. So usually I have around 3-4 days left from the 14 days before I finish the entire conquest. Now here's one team, this Sith Empire C team with Trio and Talon. I actually started to switch it up to Scion lead instead of C, just because so I can start working on the. I think I need to have like, what was it? Yeah, 20 battles without any leaders, so you can start working on them. Also, you need to kill. You need to win 20 battles while having Nihilus and Scion in your team. So that sort of can be a 2-for-1 as well. But as I mentioned it at the beginning, I'm focusing on 3-starring the missions. So that way I don't have to go back and try to waste 20 energy just to restart it again. And this is another team for global feats. Like I will do it at least maybe twice. Well, at least twice or 3 times a day. It depends. Because I'm always doing the 3 times 50 refreshes. So that's without lead, and that's a really strong team. That can give you like 3-star victories, and also working towards your global feat. And yeah, this is the team that I mentioned earlier. That's Scion lead, Nihilus, Talon Treya, and C. Now, going back to the Conquest. As for the Sector 1 boss, win with Cat Bane and Aura Singh surviving. I used Aura Singh lead with Mando, Bosk, Grief, and Cat Bane. And it was really easy. So I managed to one-shot it. Now, as for the win without using any bounty hunters, as I mentioned, you can either use that Scion lead C team, which is going to work you towards the global feats, or you can either use that cat lead. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, as I mentioned it, here's that Talia Night Sister Initiate and Zalbar. I use that Lord Vader Royal Guard team with the rest of these guys. Win without any Sith. Jedi Sith and Alive Force user. I haven't actually talked about this, but thought about this that what I want to use. Let's see. I mean, we can probably do something like a BAM lead, Quill, IG-11, and I know. Maybe 3 and Wattenborg or something like that. I'm sure it can get the job done. Ideally, because IG is really tanky, you give the tank tag to IG, he will taunt, and then once you use your whistling birds, you just take out the lead. That's the only person who can do any AoEs, and after that you just pick apart the droids. So yeah, that's my Sector 1 guide. Let me know if it was useful, and if you and I think I will post the Sector 2 guide tomorrow. So until then, take care guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.